The federal government inaugurates new financial intelligence unit to monitor states' use of local government funds. PDP governorship candidate in Osun State, Senator Adeleke, arraigned in an Abuja court. On the international scene, a new prince is born. Baby success is here. And in sports, Nigeria's D Tigers to play Canada, Dominican Republic in friendlies.
This is ANN News.
I am Lucy Adeyemi. The federal government has taken up the issue of financial autonomy for local councils across Nigeria. It charges state government with continuous misuse of cash allocated to local councils through the state joint local government account. The federal government has inaugurated a new financial intelligence unit carved out of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. The new order is set to take effect from June the 1st, when it will make it compulsory for all local government allocations to go directly into respective local government accounts. There is only one legal barrier the government's new order faces. The Nigerian Constitution empowers states to distribute such allocations to local councils as prescribed by the National Assembly of Individual States. The new guidelines say the joint account system would only be used to receive allocations from the federation account, but the states would be unable to disburse the funds anymore. People's Democratic Party governorship candidate in Osun State, Senator Adeleke, has been arraigned in an Abuja court this morning on a fresh 5-count charge. He was accused of forging a letter of attestation and result from Muslim Grammar School, Ede, Osun State. He had allegedly submitted that letter to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, before he contested the last governorship election in Osun State as the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. The police already have a similar charge pending before the Federal High Court in Abuja, where he is currently being tried along with 4 others. Adeleke pleaded not guilty to the charges and was granted a 2 million naira bail. The magistrate also gave permission for Adeleke to travel abroad on health grounds, upholding an earlier permission by Federal High Court in Abuja and another one in Ikiru, Osun State. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party was not silent on the senator's arrest on Monday. In fact, it called for Adeleke's immediate release. PDP National Publicity Secretary Kola Ologbodinyo described the arrest as total disregard for the extant order of the Osun High Court that was issued on Monday. He says that order restrains the police or its agents from arresting and detaining the senator on account of statement of result and testimonial duly issued by Ede Muslim Grammar School until determination on pending originating summons. But the police did not immediately provide details on the nature of the criminal offense for which it had arrested the senator. It appears Ogun State Governor Ibikunle Amosun's last-minute contract awards and appointment will not stand after all. All Progressives Congress APC says the state governor-elect Dapo Abiodun will revoke all new contracts awarded by the Amosun administration in the last 3 months. The party also says all appointment and installation of traditional rulers will be reversed. Employment of new workers in the state service will also be reviewed. This was all contained in a statement issued on Monday by Publicity Secretary of APC Caretaker Committee in the state, Ambassador Tunde Oladojoye. The number of Nigerians embracing social media and internet-based transactions has increased dramatically in the last few years. Now, a profitable impact is being felt by online retailers in the country. Phil Ihaza reports.
Lee Osha is the CEO of Swift Grocers, an online grocery shop that delivers food items to customers instantly. It's been just 2 years since she started the business, and the future is looking bright.
We service mostly mothers, bankers, professionals who do not have time to go to the open market. So yes, it's actually very lucrative, and there's a very big market for it. So when people place orders, we get from the physical store, then we have our dispatch riders who go to swiftly dispatch these groceries to our customers.
According to a London-based economist intelligence unit, the e-commerce industry in Nigeria is valued at over $13 billion and projected to reach $75 billion by 2025. And with companies like Swift Grocers tapping into the needs of a rapidly growing tech-savvy population, that may be good news for Nigeria's struggling oil-dependent economy.
I shop online because it's fast, it's easy, and they are reliable. Because of my baby, it's convenient for me. I don't have to take her under the sun to go get foodstuff and all.
Many tech startups are beginning to spring up across the country, partly thanks to the success stories of Jumia, a top e-commerce brand in Nigeria that just last month got listed into the New York Stock Exchange.
Job creation, swift business transactions and export of local brands are just some of the benefits of e-commerce to Nigeria's economy. But experts say more needs to be done to help tackle the setbacks in the sector.
Our major challenge in e-commerce business is mainly power supply, that is electricity. Cybercrime as well. Cybercrime is really eating us deep. What government need to do is to create a body, thereby they verify and check these e-commerce businesses.
So while it's hoped the government will tackle some of these challenges and help the sector thrive, those already working in these businesses are keeping their sights fixed on satisfying millions of online customers at home and abroad.
Coming up, African news. South Africa's general elections hold on Wednesday. And later, international news. Prince Harry and Meghan welcomed their new baby.
You are watching ANN.
This used to be me. But that was before I got the perfect bag. It's handy and easy to use. All I need in one compact space, just like my MTN Extra Value plan. I used to get one plan for my calls and then try to remember which data plan worked for me. Roaming was a totally different ballgame. Not anymore. I've got the MTN Extra Value all-in-one plan. If you're a data buff like me, you get extra data with some talk time. And if you like to make calls, you get extra talk time with some data. And when I'm abroad, I automatically browse, chat, and call right on the same plan. MTN Extra Value was made just for me.
More of data or calls, whichever one you prefer. MTN Extra Value is made just for you.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
The ruling African National Congress, led by President Cyril Ramaphosa, also held its final political rally ahead of tomorrow's elections. Large crowds gathered at the same venue used by a rival Democratic Alliance for its final rally.
Thousands of the African National Congress supporters filled up the 62,000 capacity Ellis Park Stadium for the governing party's final rally. Geared up in party colors, the supporters packed the stadium in a tangible show of force.
It's a decisive moment in our country, in the history of South Africa. This is a moment when we must choose between the past and the future.
Ramaphosa's address focused mainly on the intense campaign trail and public concerns voiced during the door-to-door events.
Our people want better service delivery. They want clean water. They want sanitation. They want houses. They want better roads. They want land to farm. and they want us to deal with criminals. They want us to eliminate drugs, and they want us to stop the abuse of women and children. And so today, comrades, as the ANC, we say to the people of South Africa, we have heard you.
The ANC is facing a tough challenge from opposition parties. The parties are emboldened by the governing party's decline in the electoral support in the 2016 local government elections. But the former liberation movement is expected to retain its majority. The Economic Freedom Fighters, the third largest party in the country, is expected to grow its support in the upcoming polls, while some election poll predictions indicate that the second largest political party here, the Democratic Alliance, might lose some support.
South Africa's general election will hold tomorrow, Wednesday, and electioneering campaigns and rallies have dominated the landscape in the last few weeks. Thousands gathered in Soweto over the weekend for the final political rally of the Democratic Alliance. Reporter Angelo Coppola was there.
The Democratic Alliance Party faithful gathered in Soweto to hear their leader talk about change.
South Africa, this is our moment to step out of our comfort zone. We're going to look to the future now. And on Wednesday, we're going to make a brave choice on Wednesday. We want to think about our children when we vote on Wednesday. But above all, we're going to be brave and brave for our people. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but I'm telling you it's going to be worth it.
While the country's president has initiated the Zondo Commission of Inquiry into state capture, voters are impatient. They've had enough.
ANC is very corrupt, so we are tired of living in hell. ANC is hell. We are looking for a change. What a change?
One of the other issues facing South Africa is unemployment. Many have completed school and tertiary education and have nothing to show for it.
I'm a youth who's well educated, but even though since I've completed my matric and post my matric, I realized that I went to school for nothing. So for the waste of time that I realized that DA can do what is best for us youth.
The DA campaign theme has been one of change. It's resonated with a broad spectrum of South Africans.
I'm going for the DA paper. I'm confidently believing that the DA is going to bring a change in the South Africa. And nothing more, nothing less.
The DA is hoping that there are many people that were in the ANC have decided to vote for the DA because they want change. We'll see what happens on the 8th of May.
It is difficult to imagine the level of destruction inflicted on Mozambique by Cyclone Kenneth. The storm has left thousands without shelter and destroyed so many lives and property. Survivors are trying their best to rebuild their lives. It is in the midst of this that reporter Daniel Ramoy visited Pemba and brought this report.
Mozambique is currently dealing with the aftermath of Cyclone Kenneth in the country's northern coastal region of Pemba. According to the country's National Institute of Disaster Management, 38 people have so far been confirmed dead. More than 20,000 others are reportedly without proper shelter, with nearly 30,000 homeless. Mario Alima is one among many Mozambicans who have been affected by the devastating effect of Cyclone Kenneth. Halima is trying to rebuild her home after the cyclone, but she says it's a daunting task that requires resources which she does not have.
The floodwater came and filled my entire house, and now we're trying to fix the damage, but it will take time because we don't have much as a family.
Cyclone Kenneth left a trail of destruction here in Pemba. Hundreds of families, just like Halima, are trying to salvage the little left, but resources seem hard to come by. Many people here in Pemba are trying to return to a semblance of daily life amid the destruction, but with nothing much to start with.
I have nothing much left. The cyclone destroyed everything, and with 7 children, life is simply a daily struggle. If anyone can help, I will be grateful.
Many of the roads in the area have been grounded and remains in bad shape, with flights to the region grounded. Relief agencies are concerned about communities they have lost contact with, especially given the challenge of transportation in hard-to-reach areas of Cabo Delgado.
When we return international news, Prince Harry, Princess Meghan thrilled about new royal baby. And later sports, the Tigers to play 2 friendlies ahead of FIBA World Cup.
You are watching ANN.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Adam, go and bring us your husband. Okay, hello baby. We're in this together, okay? Can you hear me? Keep coming forward. Wait, stop. You okay, lean to your right. Keep walking down, keep walking to the left. Yes. You're almost here. Keep going. You are here. Wow, you did it.
I'm just so glad I didn't have to use my cane to do this.
And I am so glad no other man got you before me. Let me be your eyes.
We will never stop working to give you a network you can rely on so you can enjoy life's special moments. MTN, everywhere you go.
Welcome back. This is ANN News. Now to world events. U.S. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Gerald Nadler has scheduled a vote for Wednesday to hold Attorney General William Barr in contempt of Congress. Barr has failed to comply with the deadline to provide Special Counsel Robert Mueller's full report on his Russia probe. In an escalation of the battle between the Democrats-led House and President Donald Trump's administration, Nadler is proposing to hold Barr in contempt after the Justice Department declined to provide an unredacted report. The committee had given Barr until Monday morning to comply. He did not. The committee says Barr's failure to comply has hindered its constitutional oversight and legislative functions. Proceedings could be postponed if the Attorney General makes a good faith effort to comply with the committee, but that appears unlikely. A report on the Russian jetliner that crash-landed in Moscow on Sunday evening is said to have been heavy with unburned fuel when it returned to make an emergency landing. It had a rough touchdown which may have caused the fire. Flames quickly engulfed the aircraft, killing 41 of the 78 persons on board. Video showed flames bursting from the jet underside as it touched down, then ranging across the rear of the plane's fuselage within seconds as the airliner bounced down the runway. What does a country do when its capital city feels full force and effect of climate change? It relocates to the capital. That's what Indonesia's president-elect has announced the country will do. It will move the capital away from Jakarta. The city is said to be the fastest sinking city in the world at approximately 10 inches per year. Silva Hakulawea is in Jakarta.
Over the years, Jakarta has quickly become a densely populated city. Home to more than 10 million people, accommodating all of its residents has proven to be complicated. The city has gotten so crowded that the Indonesian government confirmed its decision on relocating Indonesia's capital city. The plan to move has been long discussed, more than 60 years in the making.
We live in a city where traffic jams cost us up to $42 million a year. On top of that, Jakarta is pressurized by modern urbanization, poverty, and land subsidence, among other issues. It seems the government wants to separate Jakarta's problems from those of Indonesia so they can deal with them properly. If a city is causing this much problem, it is a wise choice for government officials to move out of here.
Jakarta is also carrying the burden of being the center of government services as well as a hub for businesses. Experts believe Indonesia's development has been too focused on the island of Java. Relocating the capital city would spread out economic growth evenly across the country. However, economists predict the move would come with several challenges.
The disadvantage is, I think, we can
related to the first one is the cost of moving to the new capital. I think it's very expensive, and it can take more than 10 years, not only for the infrastructure project, but for the city planning until finished. And the second one, I think it can create the new problem of the inequality, because Jakarta people move, the government from the Jakarta move to the new capital city, let's say in the Palangkaraya, in the Kalimantan. So there's like a gap in terms of the wages, gap in terms of income between the new people come from Jakarta and then the local people.
The government has not mentioned where it is likely to move its capital city, but Palangkaraya in central Kalimantan is one of the front runners. The nation's founding father, President Sukarno, proposed this idea back in 1957.
Jakarta is located in the island of Java. More than 60% of Indonesia's 260 million people reside on this coastline. It's also located in the red zone area, prone to natural disasters like earthquakes, flooding, and volcanic eruptions. Moving the capital city to Kalimantan, for example, would be a much safer choice.
The government believes the move could present Indonesia with opportunities to become a more developed country and a strong powerhouse in the global economic front.
The Duchess of Sussex has given birth to a 7-pound, 3-ounce baby boy. The Duke, Prince Harry, said in Windsor he is very excited and that being at the birth was an amazing and incredible experience. He said he was proud of his wife. The royal baby is the first child for both Meghan Markle and Prince Harry and will be 7th in line to the throne. It is the Queen's 8th great-grandchild. Still ahead, sports. The Tigers to play 2 friendlies ahead of FIBA World Cup.
You are watching ANN. Somewhere in the world, every second of the day, news is happening. And of course, Nigeria is bustling with news day and night. That is why ANN doesn't sleep. Our eyes are peeled, wide open, so no story escapes our radar. We stay abreast of world events and happenings at home. We keep you up to the minute in the world of sports. We give you information to stay on top of your investments and all the hard facts you'll need to navigate your day. If you miss us on air, you can keep up to date on our website platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. We are ANN, African News Network. We do news right in a truly African spirit.
Welcome back. This is ANN News in Sports. In preparation for this year's FIBA Men's World Cup, the Nigeria Basketball Federation have put together 2 Grade A friendlies for the country's basketball kings, the Tigers. They will face Dominican Republic in Santo Domingo in July and Canada in Quebec and Ontario in August. More than 1,200 students are participating in the Delta State School Sports Festival that kicks off today. This is the final leg of the competition. Preliminary contests were held at local government levels months ago. Governor Ifeanyi Okonkwo, who revived the Principal's Cup football competition in the state, has also brought back to life this school sport festival, which had been abandoned for 7 years. Good luck to all participants, and that's ANN News this evening. Thank you for joining us. For details on these and other stories, visit our social media platforms and join the conversation on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I am Lucy Adeyemi. Enjoy your evening.